One thing Lacey Chabert and Scott Wolf want to be clear about is that they will never be paired as romantic leads. As in, never. This Saturday, in Hallmark Channel's A Merry Scottish Christmas, the two actors rejoin on TV, playing brother and sister once again, 23 years after concluding their 6-year stint as siblings on Party of Five. They're going to Scotland to spend the holidays with their mother, but this time they're not getting along. However, many moviegoers online sprang to a romantic conclusion as soon as word of the film leaked. On social media, we all said, "We are only brother and sister," very quickly. The 41-year-old Chabert tells people, "Everyone, calm down." According to Chabert, no one wants to see Bailey and Claudia falling in love. Both on and off film, there's an obvious closeness between the two actors. Wolf declares, "We're brother and sister for life." The performers discuss the years-long process of putting a merry Scottish Christmas together as well as the specifics of their touching full-circle experience below. Persons, seeing the two of you together once more is such a delight. Tell me a little bit about the beginning of this endeavor and your reunion. Ashley Chabert, hey, do you want to do a Hallmark movie together, is what I thought I said when I texted you. You responded with, yeah, let's go make it happen. Wolf, let's go back a few of years. However, we really wanted to make sure that we had a fantastic script and a tale that we could really immerse ourselves in. For this reason, it took so long to get to this point because of development and COVID. The significance of being able to simply spend time with Lacey after all these years is difficult to express. And she truly led the way in a way that was enjoyable, motivating, and simply made me incredibly proud. Chabert, you have my undying affection. Wolf, I also adore you. What does hearing him say words like that mean to you? Does that still sound like the 11-year-old you? Chabert, absolutely. I feel that a lot of who I am as an adult comes from the positive influence of Scott and the rest of our amazing ensemble. When I go back, I see how many wonderful things happened to me. And I'm incredibly grateful that we were able to share those 6 years together and become a forever family. I found it quite weird. You seem to always be protective of me, and I feel like I'll remain your little sister forever. I am so happy that we got to tell this specific story of the brother and sister and how they find each other again after learning this new information about their family, which sets them on a new path in life. He always made sure I was taken care of, and being with you is just such a comfort zone. My heart is warmed by this movie every single day, and it is now warmed by sitting here with him. Chabert, the way Hallmark is developing and the kinds of stories we can tell excites me much. Furthermore, even while I believe that everyone enjoys a good love story, I know I do, it need not necessarily be the primary plot. That this is a brother-sister duo pleases me. The fact that these are two genuinely in love individuals who, due to life's events, have lost their path in life together and don't exactly agree when the tale picks up makes me think it's incredibly relevant. And I adore that by the time our story ends, they have found each other and are able to view each other in a new way. We also knew there had to be romantic components, which there are, but the fact that it stands out and our shared history made it extra special. It felt really emotional and one of a kind. We also love the idea that people, especially fans of the old show, are going to want to see us together and see all this warmth and connectedness, and that's not where these characters were. As Lacey said, I think Hallmark is really expanding the scope of stories that they are wanting to tell. At the beginning of the novel, they were truly at odds with one another, and they had to work hard to get back together. Chabert, for the devoted viewers of our program, there are also a few small Easter eggs. A few items that, with sufficient close inspection, and perhaps a little speech. Wolf, occasionally, you need to be paying very close attention. There are, however, subtle allusions to the program where we first met. How did the two of you get along off set? Did you two have any quality time? Did your relatives come along as well? Chabert and his spouse David Nadar have a 7-year-old daughter named Julia. Wolf and his spouse Kelly have 3 children, Jackson, 14, Miller, 11, and Lucy, 9. Wolf, our relatives were present as well. Chabert, upon arriving at the castle where we were filming in Scotland, it was one of my favorite moments. Additionally, we were filming a sequence in which we enter the castle and exit through the front. I also saw that all of our kids were playing in the front yard while we were recording. And because it was such a flashback to when I was a child and had just met Scott, it almost pulled me out of the moment. And because our girls truly look like both of us, and because we really did look so similar in real life, I suddenly had a whole flashback to when I was 11 years old again with Scott. I found that to be a very heartwarming full-circle moment. Chabert, we both paused to process it. We said to one another, let's remember this moment. This truly is a boon. Did any of you ever have the thought, oh my God, you used to do stuff like that 25 years ago? Wolf, no, really, we've come a long way, and it's such a different era. The lovely thing, though, is that even though time has passed, it feels as though no time has passed when you are in the same room. Chabert, quite a bit. Chabert, there is no better than Scott. I say, he's as kind or more kind than you hope he's going to be, in response to inquiries about you. It's always enjoyable, and he looks out for everyone around him with a heart of gold. It was the ideal 3 weeks to look back on the past while simultaneously creating new memories, and we laughed a lot. On Saturday, November 19th, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, A Merry Scottish Christmas will make its Hallmark Channel debut.